Welcome back, my fellow seekers of perfection. Today we are diving into the brand new Champions of Slaanesh box set. This release has been eagerly anticipated by Emperor's Children fans for some time now. This box isn't just an army starter, it is an absolutely decadent gateway into the beautifully twisted world of Slaanesh's chosen warriors. Packed with brand new miniatures, including the elegant yet deadly Noise Marines, we've got the Infractors and the Tormentors, plus we've also got the Lord Exultant, who is the commanders here. So don't forget, it's also packed with everything else you will need, including the limited edition codex, cards. Look, we'll do this in a minute, we'll go through it all together. But before I open this up, take a moment to appreciate how huge it is. It's absolutely massive and it's really heavy. We've got 406 plastic components and that makes about 33 stunning miniatures. So you've got everything you need here to make a really cool army, and a lot. Let's be honest with you, a lot. So let's get stuck in. Alright, let's break this bad boy open. On the front you've got loads of really great artwork. You've got the Noise Marines there riffing into the annals of history with their sonic blasters in one hand and their sheer arrogance in the other. So every detail on this is just great and really shows what the Emperor's Children stand for. As you can see, on the back has a full detail of what you can expect in there. You've got the rundown of the models, you've got a sort of a bit of a scene, everything we usually have with our boxes of Warhammer. But now let's talk about what we actually get inside. And yes, let's get this out of the way. It's purple, it's shiny, and it's glorious. If you don't at least get slightly giddy about fancy foiling like I do, are you even a true follower of Slaanesh? I'm going to go through what's in the box together with you. So we're going to start with the Lord Exultant. So him and his retinue are adorned with gilded weapons and prismatic armour, a sight both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Here we have one that I've already assembled for you, using a head from a troop sprue for a unique touch. You can already see the decadent detailing. Every curve of his armour and every flourish of his weapon is a testament to Slaanesh's obsession with perfection. Since the Horus Heresy, many Emperor's Children warbands have followed Lord Exultant. These are the Chaos Lords dedicated to Slaanesh's services. So these commanders aren't just brutal warriors, they are tactical masterminds, treating the battlefield like a canvas for their twisted artistry. Every battle plan is carefully crafted, not just for efficiency, but for maximum spectacle and suffering. Their dark charisma and ruthless cunning make them natural leaders among the vain and the self-obsessed warriors of the Emperor's Children. Unlike the bloodthirsty warriors of Khorne or the scheming sorcerers of Tzeentch, these Lord Exultants rely on skill, strategy, and psychological warfare. Every strike is measured, every kill deliberate, designed to break both body and spirit. When it comes to combat, close quarters battle is their domain. They often wield elegant yet deadly weapons such as power swords, phoenix spears, and the rupture lash, savouring the sensation of every precise strike. While some carry plasma pistols or sonic weapons like this one, these are merely tools to weaken their foes before the final personal execution. To a Lord Exultant, war is not just about a simple conquest, it's really just about the experience. As shown on the official photos by Games Workshop, you can see the more canon head options. So we've got the classic refined warlord with his helmet on, or you've got the mutated Slaaneshi form. Both look pretty awesome if you ask me. Now, next we have the Noise Marines, and they truly have returned in force. On the screen now you should be able to see one that I've put together for you, and you can see from here that these sculpts are just absolutely stunning. If you've been waiting for an updated take on these Chaos Rockstars, well, you are in for a treat. We get 12 of them, which is enough to field 2 6-man squads, which makes sense since 6 is of course the sacred number of Slaanesh. The sonic weaponry is sculpted to perfection. We've got massive blastmasters, screamer pistols, and of course the signature sonic blasters that turn every battlefield into a nightmarish rave of devastation. On these, the detail I think is really off the charts. We've got speaker grills and their armour, amplifiers built into their packs, baroque embellishments all over them. It's fantastic. The unit leader, which is the disharmonist, stands out with even more elaborate aesthetic and a real air of manic energy that completely captures the Noise Marines philosophy, which is, of course, if you're not enjoying the war, then you're not fighting hard enough. On the tabletop, these guys will likely operate as high output range specialists, so they'll be using their devastating sonic weapons to shred anything in their paths while basking in the auditory destruction. While we have a look at the sprues a bit closer, I want to have a little bit of a chat about the Noise Marines and where they came from. Now, they are possibly the most infamous units in all of 40k, but their story begins long before the heresy, back when the Emperor's children were still paragons of martial perfection. Now, before they were twisted by Slaanesh, the 3rd Legion prided itself on being the most refined, most disciplined warriors in the whole of the Imperium. They were warriors of grace, efficiency, and aesthetic mastery. But, as you may know, their downfall came when their Primarch, Fulgrim, was gifted the Blade of Lear, a Xenos weapon that began whispering to him, sowing the seeds of corruption. Soon the entire Legion would follow its beloved leader into damnation. When they fell to Slaanesh, they abandoned the rigid discipline of the Imperium and embraced excess in all forms, not just in battle, but in art, sensation, and experience. And so, the first Noise Marines were born, fueled by the decadent technology of the Dark Mechanicum. Their weapons were no longer just instruments of war, they were instruments of ecstasy and destruction in equal measure. They've turned battle into an orchestra of pain and pleasure, where the screams of the dying blended seamlessly with the screeching of their weapons. In the early editions of Warhammer 40k, the Noise Marines were a really niche unit and often relegated to support roles within the Chaos Space Marine armies. Their unique sonic weapons allowed them to do things like ignoring cover, suppressing enemy units, and devastate infantry blobs with waves of sheer sound. But as the editions progressed, so too has their role in the game and their lore. For example, in the 3rd edition, they were given special rules for ignoring armor saves with certain weapons, so they're really good against power armor. In the 5th edition, they became one of the first Chaos units with dedicated war gear and warbands, so they really reflected their role as the fanatical followers of excess. And by the 8th and 9th edition, the Noise Marines were known for brutal mid-range firepower, so their lore had expanded to depict them as sensory addicts and constantly chasing new highs through battle and destruction. And now, in the 10th edition, they have fully arrived, not just as a sub-faction, but as a core component of the Emperor's Children, with new models that finally do justice to their grotesque elegance. And I couldn't be happier. Last but very not least, I was just very excited by the Noise Marines, are the Infractors and the Tormentors. Now these guys form the absolute core of the Emperor's Children's line troops, blending speed, aggression and sheer battlefield flair. These warriors were once the proud Astartes of the Great Crusade, and now they have fully embraced the hedonistic philosophy of Slaanesh and each seek their own perfection in war. These two unit types can be built from the same versatile sprues, so you can shape your army towards either brutal melee engagements or more tactically flexible gunline. The models themselves are as the Noise Marines were, they are just fabulous in terms of just looking excessive. They've got these ornate helms, they've got dynamic poses, and they've got these fabulous Baroque armour designs that really reinforce their arrogant superiority over all others. Well, what's the difference, I hear you cry? Well, Infractors, they thrive in close combat, wielding dueling sabres and bolt pistols with unmatched finesse. So they're absolutely obsessed with the thrill of battle, and they will throw themselves into the thick of any fight to hunt down the most glorious opponents. Their armour is adorned with flowing embellishments, reinforcing the idea that every strike should be as much a performance as it is an act of wanton destruction. Tormentors, on the other hand, favour range combat and carry exquisitely armoured bolt guns that put their loyalist counterparts to shame. These warriors are no less aggressive, sprinting into optimal firing positions and securing objectives, and applying unrelenting pressure to their foes. Right then, this is where we get really fancy. No launch box would be complete without this. This is the limited edition Emperor's Children Codex, which is a tome of pure Slaaneshi indulgence. This isn't just any old rulebook, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it features a luxurious purple foiling on the cover that shimmers under the light. It's the kind of book you want to leave out on your coffee table just to flex on your other Warhammer loving guests. Inside, it's packed with absolutely everything you need to know about the models, the lore, and the army rules, ensuring that you can dive straight into battle with style and substance. Then we have the data cards, and let me tell you, they are also stunning and wonderfully shiny with that shimmering purple foil. This is a full set of 68 easy reference cards, making gameplay smoother and ensuring you have all of your key rules at just a glance. Also included, as you would expect, is your transfer sheet, and this features the sigils and the emblems of Slaanesh, which is just perfect for adding that final and indulgent touch to your miniatures. In addition, we've got the assembly instructions, and these are printed on full colour shiny, looking really nice, not plain black and white guides. Diagrams are looking pretty crisp and clear, ensuring that every spiked pauldron, sonic amplifier and baroque embellishment finds its rightful place on your models. Of course, no box set would be complete without the essentials, so you get your 33 Citadel bases to bring your miniatures to life, ensuring they look right at home in the indulgent chaos of Slaanesh's legions. For a collector, this box has absolutely delivered on making the entire experience feel really premium, and I was really impressed with how everything felt and really excited opening this up, I must admit. So, what do you think? Are you planning to embrace the pursuit of perfection and lead an army of Slaaneshi warriors into battle? Drop your thoughts into the comments below, and if you like my video, please like and subscribe. But until next time, praise be to Slaanesh, and may your dice rolls be as flawless as your devotion. Thanks for watching, and take care.